What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be going through the best pals you can have for combat in each type. So if you went over to your pal decks, you will see, for instance, if you look at somebody like this, you'll see fire. If then you go up a little bit, some ones do have a multiple type in. So for instance, Warsect is ground and grass. I'm going to be going through each of the typings that you can get, and we'll figure out which one's the best one. Are you looking for gift cards, game keys and more? Head over to U7Buy for a variety of cards you can get today. From PSN, Steam, all the way to Xbox. With huge amounts of price variations. Check the link in the description for cheap, reliable digital cards for you right now. So in terms of water, we have got Germontide. Ooh, there's going to be some names that are going to be butchered today. But this one can be found in the research areas. I believe in research area 2 and 3 was the two I personally found it in. You'll be able to find the red and, well, the red and blue kind. But they both are water. So it is a water dragon. It is got hydro laser and is a very high level POW. It's naturally going to be progression on a lot of these because they are predominantly bosses at times. This one can be found just naturally in the wild as well, but research, I think it's in the top right of the map that you'll be able to find it, is going to be the biggest location you can find this one. The best electric pal is Grizzbolt. Now, as we know, we've seen him as almost the front cover of this game. He is a huge pal. He is the poster child. He's almost like, I'd say, a bigger version of Pikachu. It's kind of wrong terms for him, just bringing out the Pokemon in it. But in terms of an electric type, he is not one to mess with. The electric attacks mixed with the minigun that he can have. Yes, he can have a minigun in your special attacks. Makes him the best combat for electric. Now, probably one of my most favoured pal that I am desperate to try and get my hands on is Annubis. He is the boss for and the best ground type that you're going to get. He is found relatively slap bang in the kind of middle to middle top. He is level 47 and can be found in the sand dunes. I think it is more just a little bit of a dunes next to, I want to say, the realms of the winged tyrant, I think it is, on the middle left. Then you can obviously go over into the desert side and you will find this pal. He is level, like I say, level 47, and he is most definitely not one of the easier ones to catch, but he most definitely is the best ground type you can get. Then if we go into the grass type, we have Lillian. She is the flower princess kind of thing. She is the best grass type that you can get. Her strong grass attacks are one thing, but what truly makes her the best is her special ability, which is the only ways in the game that you can heal yourself on the fly, making it the most valuable POW as you can imagine. Being able to heal and having one of the strongest grass types in the game is going to be absolutely perfect. So she has got a multiple ability, and to be honest, with grass, it's always been relatively hard to get a purposeful best attacking grass type. Then we have the best fire pal in Blaso. Okay, he is an incredibly powerful pal, as you can imagine just looking at him. He is an incredibly strong one. He's 96 on the PAL Dex, yeah, PAL Dex, I suppose it is called that. Then you can find him there. Again, another one that is very, very hard to find, and, well, not hard to find, but very hard to catch in general. But the big thing for him is not only his fire and ground attacks, he has got a variety in your base as well, being I think one of the only level 4 minings for your base, and also can be ridden. That is just absolutely incredible for the fire type. We then have the Frostillian. Beautiful ice, best ice power you can get, and there is a reason why they call it a legendary. Very, very difficult to get. 110 on the PAL Dex, again, is going to be a boss fight that you can get up in the mountains. The game describes Frostillian as legendary for a reason, which is that it can freeze your face off at any opponent in its path. It's a great mount too, letting you fly around like a graceful Pegasus. Again, with ice types, there is a few decent frozen eggs that you can get as well, but in terms of the best of the best, you're not really going to miss out on this one, are you? We then have the best dragon, which is, okay, Jetragon. Okay, we're beautiful. It is very much kind of like, I believe they described it as like Latias, Latias / Salamence, in my opinion. Level 50, very, very, very hard to catch. I have seen not necessarily a glitch, but a tactic to use with this one, and it is basically by freezing it. So you get it to come to your base, you basically make a temporary base in there, and you get loads of the penguins, I can't remember what they're called now, and basically they can freeze if you learn their attack level 1, and what you'll do from there is just literally freeze it still and just keep attacking it from there. That is kind of like a way that you can do. I would 100% recommend legendary balls for that one, or legendary spheres, because it is not going to be easy to catch, but it is the fastest mount on the game and one of the best dragon attackers you can physically get. Into the dark side then, we've got Shadowbeak, a very, very nice pal, again very rideable, the chosen partner pal of the strongest boss in the game. Shadowbeak is a formidable foe. Aside from looking like a cool dark bird, it gets access to a very bunch of AoE attacks. If you have never played kind of like a Fly FF, or trying to think what other games, AoE basically means multiple hits. So for instance, instead of like a fire punch, it's a fire blast that can attack multiple enemies at once. This means basically groups of foes, for instance, anything that comes in a pair of 2, 3, 4, 5, they can literally be wiped out in one. That's what makes it an incredible dark type, but also the sheer power of it as well is going to be formidable. And then finally, we have the best neutral pal. Probably didn't think of that one either. 108 on the Paldex, we have got Paldius. These aren't many strong neutral pals, especially as the type doesn't have any strengths, but Paldius is a reliable partner nonetheless. It's just below Necromus as the fastest ground man in the game, and Paldius' moveset makes it a strong choice of partner. And that is quite right when it comes to, I believe Pokemon call it a normal type. They do have a weakness, but they don't have many strengths, so they tend to be just taken away, really. There's no real need for them. I must admit, this pal looks pretty cool, so I suppose it's always worth a look at. 108 on the Paldex. Let me know if you've got any.